After reassuring herself she is not drowned in her blankets, she looks at her phone. There are no new messages. There are no missed calls, and there are no notifications from the social sites she uninstalled a year and a half ago. She goes into her contacts, finds a number, calls. Hi, I'm not available right now, but if you leave your name and number, Abby sighs and ends the call. Having heard the voice, she can move on with her day. Extricating herself from her blankets, she puts her feet on the floor. The floor is still there. It hasn't left since it dropped out from under her on April 29th, when Abby found out her best friend died. It was worse than the day her grandmother died. It was worse than the day she found out she would be moving across the country from her father. It was worse than the day her fiancé decided he didn't want to marry her anymore. That the last one was the fault of the original tragedy was incidental to her. Melissa was already gone, so Josh leaving her was a prick to the finger in comparison. Abby follows through with her ritual. Out of bed, she starts the coffee pot. She starts the shower. She washes her face and brushes her hair, which has not been cut since she found out Melissa's would never grow again. She showers as quickly and efficiently as she can manage with this length of hair. When she's out, drying off with a towel wrapped around her head and a robe wrapped around her body, she goes to the kitchen and pours her coffee. Menial tasks get completed. Feed the cat, drink the coffee, remove the towels, and get dressed for the day. It's a Saturday. She's expected at some show that's playing in Youngstown, closest to where she lives. This means extensive makeup to make herself appear more human than she feels. Hours later, she's in her bathroom again, carefully straightening her hair with a flat iron like Melissa taught her. There's an entire cosmetics department scattered across her counter. Most of them are to hide how much she isn't eating, how much she's smoking, and how much she's let herself go from the vibrant young woman she was a few years ago. A look into her refrigerator would show milk, coffee creamer, a few containers of yogurt, and eggs that went bad several weeks ago. Her freezer only holds 2 cartons of cigarettes to keep them as close to fresh as will stay in there, and an ice tray whose ice is long since evaporated. Daisy, her unfortunately named cat, wanders into the bathroom as she's painting on her mask. She sniffs at the perfume, waits for attention, and promptly leaves after Abby scratches the face behind her ears. Abby stands still. She stands still and listens to the beats and bounces of the music around her in the bar. The music that plays in some hole-in-the-wall and some hole-in-the-wall place that calls itself a city. The bar is packed to the brim, unusual for this type of place on this type of night, with colorful costumes and makeup and oddities everywhere. She stands still as the rest of the crowd pulses with the music, shifts from foot to foot, and jumps and swirls and rejoices. She doesn't feel like any of this, so she remains motionless.